Scoff the 1 week has been a TV sitcom bracket for so above 10 years. Yet, its army explains, comedians aren't ever ecstatic to seem. Frankie Boyle, Russell Howard and Andy Parsons are amongst such who skilled considerable career boosts following emerging as routine panelists. These days, Army Dara Ã Briain and panelist Hugh Dennis are the just two of the unique link-up who stay on the show, and both of include emerging in each scene. First of all, the show is rather intensive in any case, although he's not which it was while it was Frankie and Russell. How very was competition, currently he's far losing, more than liquid talk rather than it was. It utilized to be boomers, cut through every some, elbows, and he's fair fortunately weakened a lot currently. So now we are a lot more than auditory to every some and riffing off every some rather than we always were. Joe Mark and Rory Bremner are amongst such who include told they wouldn't wish to back to the show. But in latter year, O'Brien says, the main sameness of Scoff the 1 week has modified, and it has be a lot less than A-linery kind show. Apparently, Frankie Boyle was a A-liner comic, so he was upcoming in staccato bursts of shiny but cruel material. How intended it wasn't colloquial. Frankie is the end chunk of a puzzle. Anything else could add since Frankie would shut the theme off in a shiny A-liner. So it intended it was really staccato as a show. Because I'm lot more than waffly, I wish to chaos about, and as well, the show went junior since junior comics came via. As well, Dara anticipated to do the stay up circle, and do the walkout circle. He's not an lightweight show to make. Boyle's trend to grab the spotlight was maybe largest visible in the scenes we'd love to see, and if the is the reply which is the issue rounds, that enable the comedians to leap in repeated answers. Boyle would frequently get to the mic at first or go up in especially unpleasant suggestions, that would be hard to pursue up on since of the enormous response of the auditorium. But a see at the more than latter episodes sees a more than mild sense get above, wherever the mic period is more than uniformly distribution and comedians rebound off every some more than. O'Brien says, human beings are really lucky to do scoff a few times, and later go, order, I've made my scoff. So we now include populated in a stance wherever he's me and Hugh Dennis, driving generations of comics via. The 46-year-old continues to round intensely as a stay-up comic in supplement to shooting the show. Really, while we say, he is 85 dates in a round that will go on for else year and a half. But as his section has rising, Sames shied off of one yearly sitcom bracket in special, the Edinburgh Bang Fest. I don't believe TV human beings should be making Edinburgh, he says. If you go up down there and thou're already so named, that is to say how you could act Edinburgh out of it creature the fest. I believe he's incorrect for me to do it for the fest, since I believe how conducted card turnover off of less than so known comedians. Down there's a bounded quantity of card buyers in how town at how period. They already aware me. They requirement to discover the following Dara Ã Briain. Lee Hurst and Jeff Norcott are amongst the few noticeable exceptions in a scenery wherever largest comedians stick fun at Brexit or the prudent by the government. He's a supernatural O'Brien says. Order wing sitcom tends not to job so fair since down there's an item of which stamping up and which stamping downward. He's facilitating to do jokes while the offensive thing house in force quite rather than offensive downward all period. Someone on the order complains on the reply is go and compose several jokes. For a begin, the one who believes in a complementary marketplace, down there's a marketplace down there, so go and compose several. Human beings go, oh you don't do jokes on the Muslim, go for it. Here, not one is break you of making all the Muslim jokes you wish. You fair can't procedure me to do the jokes on the subject area you wish. O'Brien may be top named as a comic and TV army, but in latter year Sames been branch out in written, scientific. And written on scientific. Not just does he army programs love stargazing dwell, but he authored 2017's For the Sky, a scientific volume for family. Sames now gear up for the produce of its pursue up, open secret scientific, The Wonderful Planet for Your Eyes. This recent volume was a travel how went out in area, a volume on the big material love area, scientific and seriousness, he explains. To the one we excited the scale all the way behind downward in common lifetime. We saw the unseen forces how thou re fighting in all the period, if he's the electrons how our heater toasters, the way the flesh uses meal, the chemical substances in yours marrow that are compliance you agitated, sleeping or starving. But while requested to solitary out the largest exciting reality he scientific time investigation, he settles on one of the pet realm. Giraffe sleeping for 5 protocol. In chunks. Never for a lengthy time of period, he says. To a length period we didn't believe giraffes slept at all, since no had always seen them sleeping. But they put their heads up in the foliage and they sleeping. By difference, lions sleeping for 18 to 20 several hours a day. The distinction is lions eat giraffes and giraffes don't eat lions. So giraffes include to hold an eye outdoor at all times. Open Secret Scientific, The Wonderful Planet for Your Eyes is published on October 6.